Okay, I have here a Lockwood 234B45. This is a lock from work, and it's on my desk because it will not stay locked. Oh, finally got it to lock. What do you know? Anyway, I was going to try and work out why, pull this apart, see if it can't be repaired. I thought, oh, maybe that'll make an interesting video. Maybe it won't, in which case I'll delete it. I do have a key for that, which obviously it is a work lock, so I will be keeping the bitting hidden, but it is an LP lock. That code doesn't mean anything. Well, it sort of does, but nothing useful. Yep, nice Lockwood. So there's the, will that focus? Good. There's that keyway. Nasty, nasty LP. So putting our key in and turning, obviously it opens. So let's pull this apart and see if we can't work out what its problem is. Screwdriver doesn't want to go, come on. There we go. Did just have a huge coffee too, so yeah. Screw it out. Right. Now, first off, that obviously is working fine, so it's not going to be anything to do with this end. So we will put that whole thing over there. Key can stay in it. It's obviously an actuator problem, one would assume. And it's locked now. All right. This could be a boring video if it just works. It just needs to be pulled apart. All right, let's see if we can point in there with these tweezers. Just okay, free that up. Yeah, see, it pushes in and it's not always snapping, so there's obviously some stickiness in there. It's not opening very well either. Come on. Yep, that's key retaining pin just falling out. Yep. So if you put it in the right way. Okay. Yeah. Let's get these tweezers. Let's pull that out. So that came out that way. That, I think that must have maybe not bent in right. Maybe it was. I think we want to pull that whole thing out, which means maybe I need an Allen key down there. Bigger one than that. There we go. Came out eventually. That is disgusting. All right, that'll come out. So that's a bit greasy and dirty. It's not going to be helping. This thing was living outside the back of a Costco, actually. That really has a lot of relevance. All right. Come on. All right. That's a spring out. there's our actuator piece. Then give that a good tap. There's one ball bearing. And 2. Spring out 2. Alright, it's pretty dirty in there. Might just have been the issue, just a bit gunked up perhaps. Has had a rough life. That looks too bad. It is, it's actually, yeah, no, that's quite sticky. Just running my fingers over that, it's feels like a glue. Definitely not nice and lubricated up, so I might just go away, give all this a bit of a quick polish, soak it in some degreaser. Then we might put this back together and just see if that does it. Shackle's filthy too. Probably had a bit of WD-40 squirted into it once upon a time, and that's turned into a glue, you might guess. So let's put that back together and see how it goes. All right, just got a little tray here of some vinegar and toothbrush for this sort of stuff. Chuck those in. You can see some filth come off that straight away. Just chuck that in. Oh, look at that. Hopefully you could see the amount of crap that came off that just then. I can go into spring, looks fine. I'm not worried about that. That's probably okay. There's no gunk on that. That's fine. I could go in there. May as well chuck the main screw in too. That should be about it. So let's, I should have bought some paper towel out too. Never mind, I've got a little bit of rag here, that will do. So, if I was really concerned, I'd bother to put on some gloves, some nitrile gloves or something. It's a bit nice, and my hand's going to stink of vinegar for the rest of the day now. Oh well, there's only vinegar. Alright, that spring looks good now. Let's chuck that over in this rag. Didn't need a lot, just get a bit of the general gunk off it. Shackles, mostly not bad. Give that a bit of a scrub in there. Now, of course, you know, I did replace the one at work. I just got another one out of my car and stuck it on. You know, this thing's obviously reasonably old. We got thousands and thousands of them. If it wasn't for me being there, no one would have cared. It would have just gone in the bin, and we would have, yeah, just put a new one on, and that would have been the end of it. But if I can get this refurbed up again, so I'll go back in my car. I can use it when another one breaks. Not that happens very often. Sometimes the locks get broken or cut off by, you know, the public copper thieves or whatever. All right. That looks actually quite nice now. Oh, that's obviously Loctite on that, which is not a problem. But if you did want to get rid of that acetone, we'll dissolve that blue kind of Loctite perfectly. So I could just soak that in a little bit of acetone for a couple of hours and then give it a rub and it'll come right off, but I'm not going to bother. But it is a good potential pro tip. Good not to mix things too. Make sure you get the vinegar off first. I don't know if acetone and makes a problem with that, but best not find out. This toothbrush won't fit. That would have been too easy. I might have just given that a quick scrub inside too. I think I've got a pipe cleaner or something somewhere, so I might just give that a quick go, but that'll have to be off camera. Okay, I have cleaned up everything reasonably. I gave this a bit of a polish with a pipe cleaner and a little bit of vinegar. And then I just stuck it in the oven at 100 degrees for like 20 minutes while I went and did a workout, and then let it cool off for a bit. So that is good now. It's still a little bit warm. So let's try and put that back together and see if it goes any better. Now, getting these actuators back together is a bit of a pain. And making sure you don't put it in upside down. So I believe that goes that way. Because it's got a fat one and a little one. I think you want the fat one on the side where the spring sits. So this goes in like this. It's going to go that way. That needs to go like that. Now, I'm pretty sure if you just put it like this, it doesn't get enough spring pressure to release back. So I think that actually goes on like that. And then this wraps that way, that there, and that. All right, actuator goes in like so. Test that there's vaguely springiness with this. Does spring, not very well, whatever. All right, now we put ball bearing in the hole, spring goes in, turn the lock, spring goes in, no, ball bearing comes out, spring goes in, ball bearing goes in. Like that, shackle goes in, the pin thingy in it. No, the pin thingy not in it, then it should maybe go. Get this back out. Push that in. That turns around backwards. Let's just see, does that hold in and lock? That's a good start. All right, so to get the shackle in, you need to turn it 180 degrees. Stick the retaining pin in. Screw it in all the way. Shackle will not pull out. Goes all the way around. Locks in. Unlocks. Locks. Unlocks. All right, last things to do. Got that key retaining pin, which fell out, so we'll just put that back. We're not using the key retaining feature, so it can sit in its little hidey hole there. If I wanted it to be key retaining, I would put it there. Again, there's nothing wrong with these pins inside there, so we won't touch that. So slap that back in. Make sure one last time that it definitely works. It does still come free sometimes. Seems more reliable. Didn't really fix it. I think that spring might have just become a bit weak. Not turning the thing all the way back, but anyway, I think it is better. Definitely better. Put that screw back in, and there we go. All right. Lock. Always pop. Bit dicky, does work. Pull that key back out, and there we go. So 234 B45 sort of repaired. I'm suspecting it's that spring's just not strong enough. If somebody actually has more knowledge on these, feel free to let me know what I've done wrong in the comments. But it was not working really at all, and now it sort of works. So that's a vast improvement. Anyway, hopefully that's of interest to someone.